You bought an electric car, or you are seriously thinking about buying one, and somewhere in that decision, the silence was part of the appeal. No combustion noise, no exhaust vibration resonating through the floor, no gear changes, just clean, instant, completely whisper quiet forward motion. That was the original promise of the electric vehicle, and early adopters got exactly that experience. A Nissan Leaf pulling away from a stop in 2012 was genuinely and almost surreally quiet in a way that felt like a completely different relationship with transportation. And then manufacturers started adding sound back in, not the incidental noise of mechanical operation, deliberate, engineered, carefully composed synthetic audio designed specifically to make an electric vehicle feel less silent. And that is a decision worth examining carefully because it is more complicated, more revealing, and more consequential than it first appears. There are two separate reasons for why this happened, and they come from entirely different directions. One is a legal and safety requirement, the other is a commercial and psychological one. Understanding both is necessary for making sense of where the EV sound design conversation currently sits. Start with the regulation because it came first and because it created the infrastructure that everything else is built on. As electric vehicles became more common on public roads in the early and mid-2000s, a genuine pedestrian safety concern became increasingly visible in incident data. Conventional internal combustion vehicles produce a continuous and substantial acoustic signature at low speeds from engine operation, drivetrain rotation, exhaust systems, and intake noise. That acoustic output allows pedestrians, cyclists, blind, and visually impaired road users, children moving between parked cars, and elderly people navigating near traffic to detect approaching vehicles through sound before visual contact is established. It is an auditory warning system that drivers have never had to think about because it was always simply a byproduct of mechanical operation. Electric vehicles, particularly below about 20 kilometers per hour, where the tire and wind noise that dominates higher speed acoustic output is not yet significant, produce almost none of that ambient warning noise. They approach in near silence. And that silence creates a measurable hazard for road users who rely on acoustic cues as part of their pedestrian safety behavior. The regulatory response was direct and specific. The European Union adopted regulations requiring acoustic vehicle alerting systems, universally referred to as AVAS, on all new electric and hybrid vehicles. These rules came into full force in 2019 for new type approvals and 2021 for all new vehicle sales across EU member states. They mandate a minimum sound output at speeds below 20 kilometers per hour, and in reverse, with specific requirements around minimum frequency content and minimum sound levels to ensure the alert is genuinely detectable in typical urban acoustic environments. The United States National Highway Traffic Safety Administration implemented equivalent requirements under the Pedestrian Safety Enhancement Act, with phase-in periods that brought the requirement to full compliance for all new EV and hybrid vehicle sales in the American market. These are not guidelines that manufacturers can interpret flexibly or apply selectively. They are legally binding requirements attached to market access certification, so the sound you hear from a modern electric vehicle at slow speed, pulling out of a car park, or creeping through a congested intersection is, in its foundational purpose, a compliance requirement that exists specifically to protect the safety of pedestrians and other vulnerable road users. The case for that requirement is clear, well evidenced, and not controversial among road safety researchers. The regulatory framework got that particular call right, but manufacturers who had to build compliant speaker and audio generation systems into their vehicles for the AVAS requirement quickly recognized that the hardware infrastructure they were now required to install could serve additional purposes beyond the minimum safety mandate, and a subset of manufacturers, particularly those building performance-oriented or premium-branded electric vehicles, saw in that audio infrastructure an opportunity to address a commercial challenge they had been grappling with throughout the early EV transition period. That challenge is brand identity and emotional experience. For performance car brands and premium automotive marks, the acoustic character of their vehicles has always been a core component of the ownership experience and a primary differentiator that justifies the price premium customers pay. The sound of a Ferrari V12 at high revs, the burble of an American V8 at idle, the distinctive intake howl of a naturally aspirated sports car at full throttle. These sounds are not side effects. They are features. They are part of what buyers are purchasing when they spend premium money on a premium car, and decades of marketing, cultural reference, and emotional association have made them central to what those brands mean. The transition to electric powertrains, which by their fundamental operating principles produce none of those sounds, and threaten to strip away a significant dimension of the experiential and emotional proposition that premium automotive brands have built their entire business models around. Active sound design is the technology that emerged from this commercial challenge. ASD uses the speaker hardware installed for AVAS compliance as the foundation for a dynamic, continuous, synthetic audio system that creates an artificial engine note, simulated exhaust character, and in some implementations, a full acoustic theater inside the cabin, all modulated in real time based on vehicle speed, accelerator input, driving mode selection, and powertrain load. The premise is that if the mechanical sounds that previously defined the emotional experience of driving a performance vehicle can be convincingly synthesized and synchronized with the vehicle's actual dynamic behavior, drivers who have deep emotional attachments to traditional automotive sound can remain emotionally connected to the performance EV experience in a way that silence alone would not provide. The implementations that have reached production are varied and instructive. Hyundai's Ioniq N performance electric vehicles feature a driver-selectable active sound system that generates synthetic engine and exhaust audio tuned to evoke the emotional character of Hyundai N's petrol performance vehicles. The Dodge Charger Daytona EV uses a rear-mounted speaker system called Fratzonic chambered exhaust that Dodge claims produces an exterior sound louder than the federally permissible limit for a conventional exhaust, explicitly designed to preserve the acoustic identity of the Charger muscle car heritage in an electric body. Ferrari's hybrid and increasingly electric performance vehicles incorporate synthetic sound design developed in close collaboration with Ferrari's acoustics engineering team, aiming to maintain a recognizable Ferrari acoustic signature across the powertrain transition. BMW engaged film and game composer Hans Zimmer to create the acoustic design for the i4 and iX electric models. These are not afterthoughts or minor trim options. They are serious engineering and creative investments by brands that understand the commercial stakes. The philosophical debate that these systems have generated within enthusiast communities is genuine and worth engaging with, honestly. There's a strong argument that the electric vehicle's actual performance character, the linear power delivery, the absence of mechanical delay, the instant response and extraordinary torque availability at any speed, constitutes its own distinctive and genuinely exciting driving experience that is different from combustion but not lesser. Advocates of this position argue that wrapping an electric vehicle's real character in synthetic combustion audio is a form of dishonesty that denies the vehicle its own identity and implicitly suggests that EV driving is not emotionally satisfying on its own terms. It is a legitimate criticism that deserves to be taken seriously. On the other side, there are drivers and manufacturers who argue that the emotional experience of high-performance driving is multimodal in a way that sound is an indispensable part of, and that the absence of mechanical sound in a performance context removes a feedback and emotional engagement dimension that cannot simply be replaced by telling drivers to appreciate silence as a feature. If active sound design provides those drivers with an acoustic experience that enhances their connection to the vehicle and makes the EV transition more emotionally accessible, the argument that it is inauthentic matters less than the fact that it works. Both positions have honest advocates. What is clear regardless of where you stand philosophically is that the EV industry is working out its acoustic identity in real time, in public, and under commercial pressure that makes the decisions being made right now consequential for how a generation of drivers relates to electric transportation going forward. Whether synthetic sound design ends up as a transitional feature that disappears as EVs establish their own acoustic culture, or as a permanent feature of performance and premium EV identity, the outcome will shape the emotional experience of driving in ways that deserve more deliberate and transparent conversation than they are currently getting. If you found this interesting, like the video because it genuinely helps this channel grow and reach more people who care about this stuff. Leave your thoughts in the comments, especially your honest take on whether synthetic sound design enhances or undermines the EV experience. Share this with other car people in your world. And subscribe if you are not already with us, because we cover these stories every week in exactly this kind of depth. The experiential loss that silence represents for that group of drivers is not irrational. It is the product of decades of emotional investment in a specific kind of driving experience. The automotive industry built that association deliberately and over a very long period. The expectation that it disappears simply because the powertrain technology changed is probably unrealistic. Active sound design, whatever its philosophical complexities, is trying to bridge that gap. Whether it succeeds is something the next generation of drivers will ultimately decide through how they respond to the experience.